Hello, Ali. Today we're going to be talking about the genitive case. In our previous class, we've talked about the nominative, accusative, and dative. Now we are looking at the genitive case. Now, if you recall, nominative case we said is the subject, accusative case we say is the direct object, while dative case is the indirect object of the sentence. So the fourth case we have in German is the genitive case, and genitive case simply indicates ownership. Now I'm going to start with the definite article because I want to give you the genitive forms of these articles. So firstly we'll have, recall, I'm using this to indicate nominative, which is the subject case, and then I'm going to as well use this to simply indicate what? The genitive case. Now here I'm going to be starting with the definite article, after which I'm going to go over to the indefinite article. So masculine goes with der, as we know, so I'll simply use M to indicate that as well. The feminine goes with D, neutral goes with das, and the plural, which means any of this now in the plural form, would go with this, which is D as well, just like the feminine article. Now in the genitive form, masculine changes to des actually, feminine changes to der, neuter changes to des, and plural changes to der. Now the indefinite form, I'm going to include that here in a bracket. The indefinite article, for masculine we'll have ein, for the feminine we'll have eine, neutral remains ein just like masculine, and then the plural doesn't have the indefinite form. Now over to the genitive indefinite article for the genitive form, and the indefinite article for the genitive we have here is going to be eines. Here we're going to have einer. Here we'll have eines, just like the masculine, and down here we'll have einer, right? No, we don't. Recall I told you that the plural form doesn't have indefinite article. Don't forget that. Okay, now here we have der masculine article, ein masculine indefinite article. Don't forget that this is the definite article, and over here we have the indefinite article, bestimmter Artikel und unbestimmter Artikel, and the same applies to this. So over here I have the definite and indefinite article for the genitive case. Now I want to give you a sentence. Let's look at how this applies in a sentence, and I want to start by saying my girlfriend's surname, or if you wish, family name is Paul. My girlfriend's family name is Paul. Now here we have family name, and what's family name in German? Recall, family name is what? Familienname. Good. So I'm going to have this. My girlfriend's family name is Paul. So let's try to look at the article of the nouns we have here. The article for surname is what? Recall, name is the noun. As such, we're dealing with what? The masculine. So we have Familienname, which is the family name, right? And then, what else do we have? Remember, my girlfriend. What's my girlfriend in German? Which is what? Meine, obviously, because it's a feminine noun. It goes with meine, which obviously is die Freundin. So we'll have this. Now, I want to say, my girlfriend's family name is Paul. So how do I write this in German? I'll simply say, der Familienname meiner Freundin. Obviously, you know why I'm saying meiner Freundin, because this here is taking what? The genitive what? Form, right? Because we are simply saying that this name belongs to my girlfriend, which means indicating ownership. So if I'm going to write this, I'm going to say der Familienname. Here I'm going to say meiner. Of course, you know, meiner is my possessive pronoun, which the definite pronoun is simply going to be what? Der. Meine Freundin heißt Paul. So, can we identify the genitive form here? Yes, we can. So this here is the genitive form, simply indicating that this surname, this family name, belongs to who? Here. My friend or my girlfriend, if you wish, because we have Freundin there. Now let's look at other example. I want to say that is the car of the man. That is the car of the man. How do we write that? That is the car of the man. I'm going to write that over here. That is the car of the man. So I'm going to have das ist das Auto. Recall, genitive indicates possession. Now this car belongs to who? The man, right? So for man, we have it to be a masculine noun, which means I'm going to be saying das ist das Auto des Mann. We're adding this. Now when it is just a syllable, you simply add s. In the genitive form, you add s for masculine or neutral noun when it's just a syllable. When it's more than one, then we are looking at what? When it is a syllable, we are adding s. Oh, keep making the same mistake. When it's a syllable, don't worry. When it's a syllable, we are adding es. Then when it is more than one syllable, we are simply adding s to the masculine or neutral noun in the genitive form. So let's look at that here. So here we have it, the masculine noun, des, masculine, des. And then here we have just what? A syllable, right? Man. As such, we're adding what? es to the masculine noun. Recall, this doesn't apply for feminine, neither does it apply for the plural noun. It only applies for the masculine and neutral nouns. Okay, so now let's look at another example. If I want to say the end of the movie, yes, the end of the movie was bad. The end of the movie was bad. How do I write that? The end of the movie. First of all, what is the article for end? The end is simply das Ende. So I want to write that here. Let me wipe this. I want to take this off. The end of the movie was bad. How do I write that? The end. I'll simply say das Ende, the movie or the film, which is their film. Now the end of the movie, indicating possession for movie, right? So I'm going to have des. Now here, what do we add to this? That is another question. Are we adding s or es? Recall I told you in this case we'll have to add words, just like we have here. Es. So the end of the movie was bad. So das Ende des Filmes war schlecht, which means the end of the movie was bad. Of course, we can also apply the indefinite form as we have here to the said sentences we have here. So here I can simply say eines Mannes. Here I can also say eines Mannes. It also applies for feminine noun. In the case of feminine noun, we'll simply be using what? Der, just like the example I gave earlier on, or einer if we're looking at the indefinite form. Of course, in the case of possessive pronouns, we're going to be looking at mein, dein, sein, and so on. So in that case, you simply add es if it's masculine. You're adding er if it's feminine. The same applies towards other possessive pronoun. Seines, seiner, we have ihres, ihrer, and so weiter. Okay, so here we have it, the genitive case in German, the fourth case in German. and it indicates ownership. Don't forget that. So you have to learn these articles, the definite articles and the indefinite articles. You have to memorize them, because without these articles, it's impossible for you to give me a sentence, except if you want to use the verb gehören, which means to belong to. All right, so we're going to be stopping here. Thank you.